And good morning. We're here. We're back this week. This is episode 206. 206.
That'd be
206.
206.
There you go. Good morning, everybody. We see lots of comments. Sorry, we had a technical glitch. That's why we started a minute or two late there. But we're now up and running, and everything seems to be working as far as we can tell. Trying to see. We've got Jamie. Good morning, Jamie. Good morning, Nicole. Good morning, Laura. Lots of people jumping on there this morning.
Nicole.
Yeah, there we go. So usually I start the show off, obviously, and then we'll talk about our weeks, about what our topic's going to be. But Paul, I'll let you, because I kind of missed the topic discussion this morning because we were doing some running around with setups.
I don't think we had a topic.
Well, you mentioned.
You want to do that?
I mean, we could. That's a good start.
Let's do it. So the Olympics have just ended, and I just heard a comment. It was an American comment, and the World Baseball Championships are on, and Canada just lost to the U.S. again, 5-3 last night. So the American comment was, we beat Canada at their game, i.e. the gold medal in the Olympics, and we beat Canada at our game, which was the comment, i.e. the baseball championships last night. So I'm thinking, do we have a Canadian identity crisis? Do we need to put more money into the Canadian identity? That's kind of what I was kind of a good jumping off point, I thought.
Okay.
Because that comment, I want to know if that comment irks you as much as it kind of irked me, and yet it's true to form. That's exactly what happened.
Sounds good. All right, Manny. Good morning to you as well. Paul Manny says, Paul, show us your socks.
No, I don't have cool. I got. Hey, Merry Christmas.
He's got Christmas socks on.
Merry
Christmas was a few months away, but he's ready for it anyway.
Christmas.
Either that, or he's had them on all along.
Well, I was going to say,
December.
last week was Merry Christmas too, I think.
Yeah.
Nobody's probably had them on since Christmas.
Probably.
I don't know. You want to smell?
Do you shower with them on?
You want to smell?
Yeah. How's your week been, Cliff?
It's been rather good then.
Good.
I don't know why I got the English accent there, but it has been rather good.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Busy but good.
Yeah.
And hey, enjoyed a couple of nice days, and then of course enjoyed some snow, and then
Again.
of course we enjoyed some cold weather.
Again.
Welcome to Alberta. I don't think we have enough
In the spring.
I don't think winter has an identity. Paul talks about Canadian identity. Well, winter doesn't have identity. It keeps bloody waffling. It doesn't seem to be able to make up its mind. Mother Nature, if you're hearing me, would you please just make up our minds?
Yeah, it's and I know that this, of course, being Saturday, tomorrow being Sunday, it's supposed to warm up tomorrow, and next week it's like plus 7, 8, 9 again.
Yeah,
correct.
Like big temperature swing, these huge temperature swings.
Saturday.
There, we did that for you,
There, Nicole, you didn't even ask.
Yeah.
Look, that's just for you.
We did that and got that out
Did
of
the
the.
time change
Bill,
last
by the way,
weekend mess you guys up?
Bill.
Oh,
This
so-
is just a little bit digging.
There we go. There we
Like,
go.
yeah,
We'll adjust.
we're all good then. I mean, I know we're close.
My
and all.
mic was pushing Cliff in the ribs.
I
Did
know
the
we're
time
close
change
and all,
last
but
weekend mess you guys up? Does it mess you up?
I hate the time change.
Yeah,
It's
I prefer they just keep it on one time. I know BC has just moved ahead now.
Oh, did they actually go ahead with that?
They did.
Yeah, so
they did.
They will not
So
be
it's
changing
probably
time
gonna
next year.
it's probably gonna push our hand, is what it is.
So-
Okay.
So,
But somebody tell me this. What is the damn actual time? Are we on the regular time now, or are we on the messed up time?
yeah.
Like, what is
Standard.
anybody know? Like,
It's a good question. I'm not really understanding why we need to continue with it.
right?
And
And I don't
really,
know
what
which
is time?
and I don't know the,
Yeah.
and I don't know what the actual what the real time is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't.
where I
Yeah,
go.
you're right. Like when we move ahead, is that the real time? When we move back, is that the real time?
We don't know.
We don't know. Paul, how was your week?
Maybe that's how was good. No, good week hockey for the kids. Apologies that last weekend was on me. I kind of had a
No commitment.
crazy weekend with hockey, but hockey now for the boys is over.
Simply no commitment.
Status quo. My other initiative, acting, is starting to come out from hibernation too, so that's starting to
Oh,
rev up,
nice.
yeah, which is kind of nice. So yeah, it's been a really good week, really productive week. Yeah, hey, you know what I'm doing? So the kids are old, they're not doing toys anymore, but I have got a basement full of toys from 3 kids times 14 years of Christmases and
Right.
stuff like that. So I'm starting to organize a garage sale. So, oh my gosh, you guys, it's a job unto itself. It's crazy. So, yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do. Hopefully for April,
A lot of
I want to
toys.
say that's a lot of toys. So everybody, when the garage sale comes, my address is 4.
Yeah.
I'll let
I'm
you
too old for toys,
let
Paul.
I'll let you guys know.
I'm
I'll
too
let
old
you guys
for
know.
toys. I'm too
Yeah,
old for
doing the
toys.
garage sale too.
Good.
So-
Jimmy says he drives through time zones regularly.
Right.
Being a truck driver, of course.
Yeah, absolutely, Jimmy. I just don't understand it, man, because it's one thing to have time zones country to country, crossing date lines and, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But I mean, in Canada, can't we just all get along?
Mhm. Jimmy says they created hang on, I just lost the time that we're on now was created to have more sunlight in the evening.
So we're not on regular time now. Now we're on some altered time.
Apparently. We're in an altered time
Altered
zone.
time zone. So before this, whatever, a couple of weeks ago, we were like normal time, normal people, and now all of a sudden we're altered states.
Mhm.
But why? But why?
Yeah, why do we have to
Okay,
do
we
that?
need time in the evening for what? We need daylight in the evening for what? Right now, maybe in the past we needed it because we didn't have lights. Now farmers work right through the bloody night.
Night.
They
Yeah,
do. And
Right.
that's true.
we end up, as I said, well, as you said, our night's 11 p.m. It's still light here.
It's still bright out. Yeah.
Um,
Leslie Ann made a good point last time when I was talking to her about it. She says it's not so much that we necessarily want the evening light, which is good that we want it, but also the morning, right? If you're trying to sleep in a little bit and it gets light at 3:30 and
true.
4 in the morning, I mean, I
Mhm.
get that, but
Yeah. No, it's
I just don't like all that switcheroos.
yeah, I and hey, we have a music festival, and of course, 11 o'clock at night, it's still somewhat late. Like it goes to dusk,
Right, it
So
goes to dusk.
so our stage lighting doesn't look too bad, but obviously, if it was darker, the stage lighting would look even better.
We even look better.
But it stays so light because we
Yeah.
have to change our time.
We used to say it in the drive-ins because
yeah.
but remember
That's
remember
true
the old
too, eh?
I'm
That
old
goes
enough to know
back.
the drive-in theaters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And we'd go, no, wait, it's too bright, it's too bright, it's too bright.
yeah.
But then they have to start it sooner or later, else we'll be there till 4 in the morning.
That's the
Good
truth.
morning, William Kirkland. Good that you joined us. Speaking of that, really quick, drive-ins. This is kind of off your topic, Paul, but would you ever, if they brought drive-ins back, would you go?
In a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I love driving.
Experience-
Drive-ins are
The
fantastic.
experience was
Absolutely
so fun.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
now they don't have to have the big speaker dangling
No.
on your window. They can
Window,
just
yeah.
Bluetooth it to
They can
you.
Bluetooth
Yeah.
it into you can crank it up in your car. And if you got
Right.
decent speakers in the car, then you're
And
good.
and here's an idea for you guys. Anybody listening who wants to invest in this, just remember it's my idea. You could have a drive-in with 4 different screens with 4 different movies playing, and then each person has the Bluetooth in their earbuds,
That's another option.
listening to the movie that they want to watch.
Pick and choose.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you can cast it, autocast, or oral cast, whatever it's called, can cast it to your earbuds, and you could have 4 screens playing, and each person could just watch the movie they want.
Yeah, no, you could do that. I think drive-ins would be really cool to bring back as well. I really enjoyed them. The only drawback, of course, in Alberta is you can really only run drive-ins spring, summer, and
Yeah,
fall.
months,
6
right?
months
You
of the
can't
year.
run them in the winter. So as a business model, it's probably not the best because you can't run it all year round because you got to shut down over the winter, right? But it would be cool to have them back. I do miss the drive-ins for sure.
I think I think drive-in movies are an adventure. At least when I was young, it was a really good adventure in my mind.
Oh yeah,
Agreed.
we would even when I was younger, we would the family would pack up like dinner kind of thing, and
Yeah.
make it and take it in a cooler in the car,
I know.
and we'd all go.
And then even as friends, you'd pack
pack everybody
you'd pack 47 friends in the car.
Well,
and
because it was the
a couple in
carload.
a couple
a
in the
carload.
trunk, and
Yeah.
oh, absolutely, yeah.
And I remember, like on the days, it was so fantastic. I remember my first car ever was a really old 1966 Ford Custom 500.
Oh, that's
I mean,
old.
it's the size of a house.
That's
Right.
really old.
big
But keep in
car.
mind, this is in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, big car. And we go to the drive-in, and I'd fill up my car with God knows how many kids, and us. I mean, we were kids. I don't mean kids, but we were all kids. Like we fill it up with God knows how many people. And we go to the drive-in, and because it was my car, me and girlfriend or whoever happened to be the case, we'd get on the hood, right?
Mhm.
And make sure as long as anybody in the car could see, you know, we'd lie on the
You're-
hood
you're
That's
good.
right.
Yeah.
and watch
Yeah.
the movie. It was fantastic, really. Like, I mean, it's, I don't know, there's something adventure.
The
to be
last
had.
drive-in I ever went to, I think I was, and I'm younger than both of you, and this is when it was starting to kind of phase out. The last drive-in I remember, I was probably 19 years old, so that was still late. When was that? That was very late 80s. That was the
80s,
last year
yeah.
of the 80s, and that was kind of the last time I remember a drive-in.
But when you look back, like obviously, as you said, you can have Auracast and all that kind of thing now, which is good. So your sound can be really good. But it was kind of also the magic of having that metal speaker that you hung on your on your
Yeah.
driver's side
That beautiful
window.
low
Yeah, yeah.
fidelity.
It was the
Yeah.
really tinny
I know.
sound.
The beautiful
And
low
Yeah,
fidelity.
you pull up to the post and take it off the post and hang it on the
Hang
driver's
it
side.
on the driver's
window,
side.
and
Oh, it's
that's-
awesome.
And crank up the little volume that
Yeah.
was on the bottom. It seems to me I was at an antique store. This was, I don't know if it was, well, maybe it was the antique mall in Edmonton, but and somebody had one of those speakers in their booth that you could buy if you wanted to
If
have
you
it as a keepsake, I guess.
Retro's coming back.
That's nice. That's all coming back, man. And
It
even
is.
the
Yeah, it is.
lo-fi, like a lot of the Gen Z, the Gen Z is actually looking for lo-fi. Like,
And
it's
Cliff, there's
so
money
cool.
in that
Yeah.
too, man.
It
There's
is.
money
It's,
in that.
Yeah,
It's still around.
honestly, I kind of love it because it I like to see the lo-fi come back. I think it's really good. And there's something to be said about the Gen Z, the younger kids. There's something to be said about them wanting, it's like almost having nostalgia with nothing to be nostalgic about,
Mhm.
you know, which is kind of neat. I mean, that's a very interesting concept to me, right?
I like William's comment. I hid in the back of a pickup truck in 1976 to watch the movie Murder by Death with Peter Falk.
Ah, nice. The movie I had to hide, and because I was very young when it came out, and we went to the drive-in. Can't remember how old I was, but it was Clockwork Orange.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
my
mean,
gosh,
that's
what
a
movie.
freaking crazy
That is
movie.
a
That's
wild
Kubrick, right?
movie.
Stanley Kubrick.
Yes,
That's
Stanley
Kubrick,
Kubrick. So
yeah.
who did you sneak in with to do that?
My cousin Daryl.
So he snuck you
What
in.
a movie.
Yeah, he snuck because we had. Well, okay. In fairness, he used to drive this beautiful stick shift Celica that he did not want to drive under any influence, and so I got to drive it every now and then. And sometimes he would take me along as the driver, which suited me perfectly because I love driving that car. Because it's an old Celica, a hatchback,
Right.
sport coupe, all that type of
Mhm,
stuff. And it
mhm.
kind of went like snot, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So yeah, we went to Clockwork Orange, but I think that movie damaged me.
Oh, 100%. Absolutely.
At that age, I think it
Like,
damaged
you
me.
don't like oranges anymore?
I don't know, man. I don't know. That's like a very, very crazy movie.
Yeah. So
So-
it's yeah. As I just think back to that whole time and some of the things you could do to go to
Very
to
interesting
drive-ins.
social commentary on that movie.
Yeah, of course.
Very interesting.
Back then, at drive-ins too, you sneak in your own booze.
Oh
and,
yeah.
you
Oh
know,
yeah.
because they never checked anything.
Never checked anything,
And
man.
so you know.
Well, they didn't sell booze there, so
No.
to my knowledge, there was no booze ever
Mm.
sold at the
Yeah.
drive-ins, and we always snuck in a drink or two.
And then the quirky little ads they play between movies to get you to go get out of your car and walk back to the snack
And walk back to the snack
concession
thing. Yeah,
area
it's
to buy
crazy.
your popcorn and
It's
hot dogs
crazy.
or whatever you want. Yeah.
But I mean, what a great time though, right? You take
Yeah.
a few buddies with you, and you get in your big ass bloody car, and you know you have. I remember putting $2 gas in the car.
Oh yeah.
$2 gas would last us all night.
Yeah.
You take $2 gas, you go to the drive-in, you pay your fee, whatever it was. I can't remember what it was for a carload. And that was like some serious fun, entertainment, connection with your friends and everything else. What a great
What a
experience.
time to be alive, friends.
What a great
Yeah.
experience. Anybody not experiencing it right now, I feel bad for the younger people. I think it would be such a fantastic thing to bring back.
Yeah, for
You know?
sure. Well, Laura says also I miss the Whitemud Drive-In. I used to always drive by there, drive by after walking the dogs at night with the family and try to figure out what the movie they were watching was.
Nice.
I remember that too.
Nice,
You'd
yeah.
drive by and you'd see the drive-in
see the
screen
drive-
on.
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
You try and say, "Oh, what are they watching?"
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that was kind of a cool time for sure.
I-
All right.
Sorry, just the last point
Yeah.
of the drive-ins. I think any major investor, like I mean, you know, if you look at things like Boonstock and stuff like
Oh,
that,
yeah.
you know, just out in the middle of a bloody farmer's field, and stuff like that. I bet you if you brought drive-ins back like a festival, let's say you do a drive-in festival, so 3 weekends in a row.
Drive-in weekend or something.
Yeah, so
You
3
might be
weekend-
onto something there, sir.
I think so. So let's do this.
Shh, don't give the idea away to our listeners.
3 weekends in a row. I say 3 weekends in a row. Let's say in July or something like that, or last 2 weeks of July, first 2 weeks of August. You say we're going to have a drive-in movie festival, right? And so let's say 3 theaters around Edmonton, and Calgary has their own, or whatever the case may be, or pick a town close by Edmonton, and say we're going to have a drive-in movie festival for the next 3 weekends. I would bet you hands down that would be
Lineups.
good.
And you could probably do it. And there have been some communities I know, even out in the Sherwood Park area during the summer, that
Yeah.
have done like
It's still
parking
done.
lot
Yep.
drive-in movies. The mall does it out
Yeah.
here.
All you need is a
And
white sheet.
They just they bring in you can get inflatable screens. So you
Yeah.
just bring in an inflatable screen and a
But
projector.
I'm kind of talking more the experience though, right?
Yeah.
Because I know about the parking lot. I mean, I know in that I can't remember what the name of the area is now. They did the hockey games last year outdoors. They put a
Mhm.
big
Mhm.
television screen down,
Yeah.
and I get that, and that's okay. That's fun. It's very urban and everything else. It's a whole different experience. In my mind, the drive-in, going out to the country, and parking your car,
Yeah.
and I think in my mind the experience there is something to be had.
Under the stars in the darkness of the
Yeah,
light.
It's true.
correct.
I'll have to
True.
talk to our friend Haley, because she's got like 26 acres.
Oh, what a good idea.
So we could go out to her and set up on the land there and just bring a generator. For
I think
power
that's a great idea.
Yeah,
Drive-in
and do
festival
that.
for the
Okay.
weekend. That's a
Shh.
great
A
idea.
Don't-
drive-in
shh,
festival for the
Yeah, shh, talk about it anymore.
don't tell anybody, no?
Keep it a secret.
Yes. We'll keep it between us, no, just don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
What's the one? What's okay? So Clockwork Orange. What's other movies that you guys remember from the drive-in? I remember Ghostbusters in the drive-in movie.
There's so many I don't remember.
I remember Ghostbusters. I remember seeing, I want to say it was Dead Poets Society in
At the drive-in.
the drive-in.
That's
as
not really
well.
a drive-in.
I know, and well,
Yeah.
that's kind of what I was thinking too. Maybe I'm wrong though, but
Not
I
for
remember-
sure, Ghostbusters.
I
you
remember
guys.
seeing some westerns. I don't remember in particular, like actual what movies that
I don't
that
remember.
saw.
Well,
it was a mix.
William James
Some nights
Kirkland,
they were double
Malcolm
headers, right?
McDowell, for sure. Clockwork Orange.
Oh, yeah,
absolutely,
crazy.
yeah.
And I think
he was so great.
and the fact that I can't remember, and I'll just speak for myself, the fact that I can't really remember the movies other than the ones that maybe laid a massive impact on me, such as Clockwork Orange at that age. Other than that, I don't really remember any of the movies. And I think that says something to the experience. It's not
Yeah,
about the movie. It's not about anything. I think it's more about that experience. And I think that's what I kind of harken back to, right? And perhaps I'm being a little too nostalgic. I don't know. But in my mind, it's such a great experience for young
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Nicole says all you need is a huge building, hang a screen, they play the sound, then play the sound on your radio and your drive-in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nicole, I think we should go to your campsite and tell them to do that there.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. Just take over the whole
Just take it over.
the whole field.
Yeah.
there.
What a great festival that would be, though. Hey,
I think
What a
that's
great-
a good idea,
get,
you guys.
get your kids, get your sleeping bags, get your treats, get your snacks, I think that'd be
I think it's a
great.
fantastic idea in my mind.
Yeah.
And then you could even restrict it because you don't want crying toddlers or whatever. So if you wanted to restrict it to, young people and parents,
Like 16
Yeah,
or
well, you
whatever
do
the age
14
group
plus movies after 9
Yeah.
o'clock or something like that.
and then
Yeah.
that way we have some sort of semblance of quiet to watch the movies, because there are some people that are going to go there who want to watch the movie, and I respect that, right?
Well, we might be on to something there.
Okay, so
we'll discuss that later.
just don't tell anybody. Just don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, there you
It'll
go.
be between us 3 and you 27 people.
And all you people over
That's
there.
right. Yeah.
That's right.
There you go.
And all the people that'll listen to it
That's right.
afterwards.
That's
Yes.
right.
Yes. What was I going to say? I was looking back at the comments here.
Jamie said we did one in BC at a
a
park. Jamie,
Yeah,
what
there's
do you mean?
people that have done that
Nice.
at parks and things as
Yeah.
well, for sure. Because, like I said, they do one right downtown Edmonton. They do a few of them during the summer now, where they bring in the huge inflatable screen, but it's not a drive-in per se. You're sitting outside. You're not in your car.
Yeah, and like I said, there's something to be said about that. When I saw the hockey game on outside, I thought
Yeah.
that was really cool. You drink some lattes, whatever your flavor is.
I don't drink coffee.
You
but
don't
yeah,
drink coffee, I know, but
I
friends.
don't know why I keep bringing that up, but yeah.
I know.
Anyway,
But yeah, so we could do that. and that's great. I
Mhm.
just think that's a different experience, right? I mean, you can listen to music in Edmonton,
Yeah.
in downtown, or you could go to Boonstock, which no longer exists. I know that,
Did you
but
go to Boonstock, Cliffy?
oh yeah, a
I
couple,
did
couple few
not.
times.
I
Yeah.
missed that.
Well, I
festival.
did. I
It was good
actually
during the boom times. Yeah.
Isn't
yeah.
there wasn't that Gibbons? That was Gibbons,
Gibbons,
right?
yeah. And one year I went, actually went, not affiliated with Boonstock, but I went as a photographer. I was slung out fully in my photography gear,
Nice, yeah.
and I went and photographed. Oh man, it was just great.
Yeah.
The rave, the rave, it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, the sun was coming up, and everybody was still just jumping.
Cliffy, what year ish was that? I don't remember. Was
Oh my
that
god, it's got to be
mid 2000s?
12ish, 2012ish, maybe.
Yeah, hey.
No, wait a minute. I was photographing. Yeah.
Woodstock.
No,
Yeah, I
yeah.
never
I
went
think
to
it must have been 2012, 2013, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
But oh man, I tell you, and great people. I don't know if that still exists that way, but we went, like, I was full slung out in full camera gear,
Right,
right? I
right,
mean,
right.
double slinging and all that type of stuff.
Sure.
So Boonstock was banned in 2013.
Oh, so that, yeah, then 2012 for certain, because that was the last year
There
that I
you go.
went,
Okay.
and
And then they banned it due to fatal and calling it a high risk festival.
Festival.
Yeah.
Mm.
well, because it was out literally in the boondocks, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Yep.
the one year I went, I think I went 3 years. When I went as a photographer, like I said, not affiliated, but I went as a photographer. I was fully decked out and everything else. And one of the things I noticed, and I think I took pictures of it too, everything was very dry,
Mhm.
right? And it could eat, and there was nothing done. Like, they never processed the land or anything. Nothing. It was just basically a farmer's
It
field.
was a
That was
farmer's
it. I mean,
field,
you
yeah.
could
Mhm.
step in cow dung,
Yeah.
and
We're looking at some pictures here
Yeah.
of the original Boonstock,
Boonstock,
which
yeah.
apparently also had a lot of backlash
Oh yeah.
and things after, which is why it got banned in the
Mm.
area. Then it looked like they might have tried moving it from Gibbons out to BC, but that didn't
That didn't work.
pan
Yeah.
out either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, a lot of those festivals went by the wayside, eh?
Yeah.
It's too bad. There's a Little Fair documentary that
Yeah, I've seen that.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
And
On Netflix.
Which one?
I thought it was not bad. The
Not bad?
documentary was good. No, actually, I went to Little Fair. Like my
Oh,
wife
yeah,
and
I
I went
missed that one too.
went to
darn
Little
it.
Fair when it was in Edmonton. It was actually held at Commonwealth Stadium,
Commonwealth Stadium. Yeah.
and so we went. It was a great show. We really enjoyed it, and of course, I've been to the US Festival as well,
Yeah.
which
Oh.
is like 300 some plus thousand people in San Bernardino,
Oh.
and
Mhm.
that's
You
like
ever been to Burning Man?
nope,
Of all the
not
festivals
been
that
to Burning Man.
I'm not the most festival going guy. Like, not like I'm
by
not.
by choice, you just don't like them?
Well, it's not that I don't like them. I just don't. It's not like
It's not on your radar.
well, no, not even that. It's that it's not this big draw like it is for some people.
Mm.
Like, some people is like, they gotta go, right?
Mm.
Me, I could take it or leave it type thing.
Because he shows up to Ravenwood. but-
To Ravenwood, that's different though. But
It's part
like,
of his contract.
But you see some people are like crazy about festivals, and they
Yeah.
will not miss blah
Yeah.
blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I think Burning Man would have been kind of the bucket list one for me,
Mhm.
because I think that's so awesome out in the desert.
Yeah.
You know.
Looks like James put a YouTube link. I'm assuming that's a YouTube link for that's the Little Fair
Oh,
documentary.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I still want to watch
Was that McLaughlin? Who was living?
Sarah McLaughlin was
that's-
one of
yeah.
the organizers.
Yeah.
Yeah, she put it together. They wanted an all-female festival.
Right.
So that's
So
what they did.
so you went there, so the audience wasn't all female. It was just
No,
the artists that
it
were
was
all female.
all, the artists were all female.
Okay.
And it was a mix. So it was like Sarah McLaughlin, Cheryl Crow,
Ani
back-
DeFranco did.
yeah, the Dixie
was there, I
Chicks
think.
were
Right.
a part of that run. It was quite a mix of
Right.
performers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the performers were female, but
All
it wasn't
female.
a female
No.
festival.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah, it was everybody come, but
Right.
yeah, Sarah McLaughlin wanted to have a touring festival that was all female
Yeah.
performers only.
Oh, okay.
So that's what they
Interesting.
did,
Interesting.
No.
and it was good.
Did
So
you go to all of them?
to
Little Fair.
well, just
There
the
was probably what, 3 or 4? Was there 3 or 4?
one. I just went to the one 3. James said we only went to the one. So,
Mm.
but
Yeah, Paula Cole. Well done. Yeah.
yeah, there was some
Paula
really good
Cole. Oh
artists
my
there.
God,
Yeah.
what a voice!
Talented girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't
sure.
she do the concert with Peter Gabriel? Where she sang on that
Maybe.
what's that? In Your Eyes with Peter Gabriel. I think that's her. I think that's Paula Cole.
Mm.
Oh my God, what a voice!
Mm.
Absolutely stunning.
Mm. Mm.
All right. Well,
Well, that took up some time.
that took up a little bit of time.
What on bloody hell?
Music talk, gotta love it.
So back to then your
Paul? Sorry.
Paul, your topic there
Yeah,
about
Paulie.
the Americans and the Canadians, and an American saying they not only beat us at their game, they beat us at our game.
Watch the World Baseball Championships, Canada and the Americans. In the last comment.
Okay,
was-
so Paulie, you
Yeah.
said that irked you,
it irked me a little.
but
bit,
why?
You know?
Why did that
Well,
irk you?
It irks me.
I mean, okay, well,
It irks me as a Canadian.
let me
obviously.
okay, but let me qualify
Mhm.
it though. Trash talk in sports is the oldest thing in the planet.
Mhm.
So I mean, when we did the Calgary, Alberta, battle of the death match hockey matches, blah blah blah.
Battle of Alberta, yeah.
There's like 1,000 trash talking points back and
Yeah.
forth.
Yeah.
Why is this any different?
And it is the statement is actually true, because yes, baseball is not our sport,
And
that-
they beat us.
and they beat us, and hockey is our sport, and they beat us.
It's pretty legitimate trash talk. I don't know
Yeah.
why it bothers people so much.
Well, and that's part of my question. Should it irk me? Should it irk us?
No, that's
Should
my
we
question
put-
to you.
Yeah.
You said it irks you, so that's
It
my
does-
question to you.
It does irk me, I think, as a Canadian, and yet it's
But
it's
my
true.
question is why?
It's
Why
true.
does it irk you as a Canadian?
Well, it irks me as a Canadian. I mean, as a nationalist, I want to be best at everything. But
Okay,
I
but
think
trash
but-
talk in sports, I don't think that should irk people. I think they should, in my mind, I don't
Everybody-
think in my mind, if you and I were playing hockey, Bill, and I was in goal and you come at me and you score at me,
And I go by and say, "Ha, you never stop anything."
hi, you little
You
sieve.
you can't
Yeah.
stop anything.
Yeah, well, like
Yeah.
what are you, like a
Yeah.
sieve or something?
Yeah.
And blah blah blah.
Yeah.
What's that gonna do? I mean, next time you come at me, I'm gonna come at me, you little bastard. I'm gonna get you this time.
Yeah.
Or whatever the trash talk is.
Yeah.
well, that's what sports is, back and forth, right?
But yes, so that's my point, Paulie, because you said it irks you, and I've seen other people online. Some people are really quite juiced up about it, like in
Yeah.
a negative way.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out why. I don't know. Like that's just trash talk, and
Mhm.
and it's not even bad trash talk. It's true trash talk
Mhm.
Mhm.
because they did actually beat us at theirs in our game. And I'm not taking away from anybody. I'm just saying I think it should be a fun rivalry as opposed to this big, oh my God, Canadians are terrible because the US is trashing us. I think it should be a friend. I think sports should be friendly.
And you have to look. The U.S. has always been stronger in baseball because
Yeah.
that is their game.
That's their game.
Like it's like we've said, hockey's our game, and this year it was not our year.
And then in fairness, we say hockey's our game, but really is it?
Mhm.
I mean, what were the original 5-6 teams? What were the original NHL teams?
They were all American.
Two
Well,
of
we-
them,
Toronto-
two of them were Canadian.
We had Toronto, Montreal,
4 of them were
Boston,
Yeah.
Chicago.
Detroit,
Chicago,
Chicago,
Detroit.
Detroit.
Yeah.
New York.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Well, then
Yeah, 4 of
four
them were American.
then the 4 teams are the states. So
Yeah.
is it our game?
Yeah.
And here's the thing that I thought about after I heard this is this, why does it irk me? I don't need to be best. We don't need to be best at everything.
No, Paulie,
You
don't
know?
get me wrong. I would love to be best at everything, and I want us to be best at everything. And believe me, you won't find a more nationalist person when it
Mhm.
comes to Canada.
Mhm.
I raise that Canada flag to no end, and sometimes I get in trouble for
Or
it.
the Podlie flag.
With a Podlie flag, but I love Canada.
Mm.
This is my country of choice.
Mhm.
I love Canada more than any other country I've loved in my life, and I'm a nationalist in so many ways when it comes to that. But it's sports. It's
Mhm.
sports is supposed to
Well-
be. What about sportsmanship?
Yeah. Well, and sorry, just going back here quickly, as I think about the other night when the Edmonton Oilers were playing in Dallas, and of course Dallas crushed Edmonton.
Yeah.
But as the game was going on, the crowd started to every time they scored, they were chanting USA.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
thinking,
Yeah.
I'm thinking that's kind of funny because only about 5 or 6 of the players on Dallas
Are
American.
actually
Our
from the
American- our
They're all-
USA.
they're mainly all
Americans,
Canadian,
yeah.
and maybe a couple of Europeans.
Right.
And the crowd's yelling USA every time they
They
scored
scored.
against the Oilers.
Okay, but okay, I suppose
So that, to me, I
yeah,
find
but
that
that's-
funny.
that's funny, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but keep in mind though, when we go to the Canada, when we go to international hockey,
Oh yeah.
not all the people that like when you go to the Oilers, I mean, not everybody's from Edmonton, right? So that's quite common,
Well, the
But-
thing is,
but
you're
the team-
playing for the thing on you're
Correct,
paying
you're
for the
playing for the
name on
jersey.
your chest
Yeah.
is what you're
right?
doing.
So I don't know about chanting USA. I'm not sure I would chant Canada every time, the Oilers picked
No,
up.
usually, and you get that. Yeah, you're right. If you go to a game in Las Vegas, for an example, with the Oilers playing Vegas, 50% of that crowd are Oilers
Yeah.
fans.
Oilers
Yeah.
fans.
So of course they're going to be cheering
They're
for the
snowbirds.
Oilers.
They're
and you're
Canadian
gonna
Yeah, but
go
we
there.
don't go
Yeah.
Canada.
Yeah, no, we're not.
Canada.
We're not yelling Canada. We're yelling go Oilers,
Oilers,
right?
right?
So that's
So-
why I found it funny in Dallas. They're
Yeah,
going, USA, USA.
Yeah, I agree with that. That
Great
is funny.
graph.
That is funny.
Great graph that James put up.
Yeah.
This is the NHL players by country of birth, and I mean, look at Canada, right?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
why it's called Canada's game.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's awesome.
40% of the players
There
are
you go.
all Canadian.
Our
Love
Canadian, and the rest are from Sweden and Finland.
31 US, and Sweden, Finland, and
Love it. That's quite a cool
Russia.
graph.
And
Actually,
there
thanks
are-
for that, James.
a couple of the Germans in the league now.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
course,
yeah.
Leon Draisaitl and
Draisaitl,
Svenski
yeah.
that play for the Oilers are both German.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's that's kind of weird.
No,
I
it's
just found that
Stützle
funny, but-
in Ottawa.
yeah.
is
That's
quite
that's a
star.
great graphic. That's a great
but
graphic. I love it.
having said that, yeah, it's sports has always been that way, right? It's always the rivalry. It's always the trash talk before a game,
And
during a
that's part of
game,
the fun.
after a game.
And isn't that part of the fun?
Yeah, like you said with the Battle of Alberta, the Calgary fans, coming up to Edmonton and
Oh, man.
screaming and yelling
Oh,
at the
man.
end, vice versa. Or
What was funny is back in the day that with all the rivalry, the Alberta Battle of Alberta, when you're in the rink and you're in the audience, you're like,
and you've got your team's jersey
you got your
on.
team jersey, and then
Yeah.
you go to the pub afterwards. It's like, oh, hey, you're the Calgary dude.
Yeah.
And it was all fun and games. So in my mind, I don't know. I'm a little bit. I laugh a little bit at people who are irked. I don't mean that as an insult, Paulie. I don't know how else to say it. I find it amusing that people get irked at this when it's sports, and sports there's always trash talk. And I think in my mind, above all the political crap, I think sports should be immune to that. I think we should have the grace and have the sort of the wherewithal to be able to say it's trash talk. That's what sports do.
And the reason I think for that, Cliffy, and I agree with you, the reason I think for that is because in sports, more so than probably a lot of other activities, there's such an immediacy of momentum change
Right.
in sports. In politics, there isn't. It's not the quick immediacy of
Correct,
momentum
correct.
change. In arts, there's not a lot of immediate momentum change. So I agree with you in
Good
that
point.
respect.
Good
I
point.
think,
Yeah, it's the momentum.
And
yeah.
just quickly before we move on, look at the time there.
Oh, look
Cliff.
at this. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I seem to be derelict in my duties, but nonetheless, good morning and welcome to the middle of the podcast.
Yeah.
I think my producer was yelling at me silently and I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, you got it in there. So yeah, I think I think like see to me it's just the sports trash talk that it's Canada this or
Yeah.
US that or
I,
Sweden that or
Oh,
Finland
Sweden
that
that.
or
I
like,
just think that
Yeah.
that in this unbelievably ideologically divided world, I think the one thing that can bring us to some sort of unity in my mind is sports, and losing to somebody is not a bad thing. Losing to somebody in graciously is not a bad thing, and allowing them their little victories and trash talk victories and all types of thing, I think is graciousness in my mind.
Mhm,
And hey, yell back, trash talk.
Yeah.
Trash talk back, excuse me.
mhm.
Trash talk back, but don't make it into something it's not, I don't think. Right? I don't know. It's just my opinion.
Yeah.
The world is so ideologically divided right now that in my mind, if you have two hockey teams playing and one can trash talk the other and everybody can have the grace and dignity to say, hey, listen, it's sports.
Mhm,
We tried our best. Okay, we lost this time, but we'll get you next time.
mhm.
I think in my mind, I think a little graciousness, I think could go a long way.
Yeah. Imagine if
know?
you had a music festival with Canadian and American bands and other bands, and they were all trash talking before they went on stage. You can't play guitar. You're a horrible guitar player. I'm way better than you.
That's all part and parcel. That's all part and
Yeah.
parcel of the psychology of sports versus arts.
Exactly, 100%.
I think
100%.
arts
Yeah.
is it's all unity, it's all love and grace and love all and free will and stuff like that. And sports is all competition. That's it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think so. And I think it's funny to me because I think sports is such a great indication of what people can be like when it comes to competitive and then outside the competition. I mean, you got some of these people who are literally blood brothers playing hockey for different teams.
Yeah.
And on the ice, they are full out playing for their jersey.
Hmm.
You know,
They're hacking at each other.
they're hacking
doing
at each other,
everything.
they're playing out for their
Yep.
jersey. I mean, look at what happened when Gretzky got sold,
Yeah,
right? I mean, Tikkanen tortured him.
Yeah.
True.
yeah. No,
Right?
it's-
Tikkanen literally tortured him, right? So in my mind, I think that's the genius of sport. And Bill, just to go back to your rock and roll comment, right?
Mhm.
Can you imagine the trash talk for McCarthy Park, the song McCarthy Park? Someone left a cake out in the rain,
Yeah.
and I don't think I'll ever get that recipe again. Can you imagine the trash talk goes, "Who the hell wrote that lyric?"
Yeah. First of all, who's baking a cake
And
in the
who's
rain?
making a cake in the rain?
Yeah. I don't think Nicole would ever bake a cake in the rain.
In the rain,
She
that's
would-
right.
She would probably know better.
Someone left a
But,
cake
but
out.
somebody
in the
probably
rain.
has.
That's right.
Um,
The Battle of Alberta are always the best. It certainly is, Nicole.
Yeah, they're not like they used to be for
And
sure.
that's Canada versus Canada, guys.
Yeah,
And look at the
that's
trash
Canada
talk
versus
there,
Canada.
Paulie.
That's huge.
that's
I don't know
Canada
about
versus
Calgary.
Canada.
Maybe Calgary was irked by the trash talk.
You know what's funny?
Maybe.
It was so funny because I remember I was on the bandwagon probably because it was playoffs at the time. I'm in Calgary. This is probably about 20 years ago, and I'm at a restaurant and I'm at a mall, and I actually asked. I said, you Calgarians, does it bother you guys as much as it bothers Edmontonians? And do you guys get revved up as much about the Battle of Alberta and
Alberta.
Calgary that
Oh, yeah.
they're like, yep, no, we don't, yeah, no, we don't really. I mean, we care, but
They
if you-
didn't? I
if
thought Calgary
no,
was
it's
crazy as
fif-
us.
About 15 years ago, they said, yeah, no.
Hmm.
I mean, maybe it was the venue that I was in. They didn't.
Yeah.
They not necessarily a sports venue, but they're like, yeah, no, we don't. Whatever,
Hmm.
And Edmonton are just gung ho about the Battle of Alberta and rah 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 and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting.
Yeah, and Nicole just brings up a old hurt point when she says that, yeah, oh man, Gretzky was sold, and that again was all about the money. Yeah, no kidding, eh? Yeah,
It's the
Mr.
truth.
Mr. Pucklington.
It's the truth. There's
Yeah.
a documentary about that as well.
Yeah,
I
there's
can't remember what
it's
it's called.
that's the thing. Anything like sports or anything like that, right? It is a business.
It's
So,
a business. It's a business, no doubt about it.
yeah, they will make.
Boy,
it
he
if they
took
have
heat
to.
though, eh?
Oh yeah,
That was awesome.
yeah, for sure. So yeah. Anyway, back to
Back to the topic, Paulie.
Yeah, I don't. I haven't really seen any comments on here that I've been scrolling through. Anybody saying that it irks them per se, but
Yeah.
I'd be curious to see what other people do think. Like, does it bother you that was said?
And
by
I think-
this
and I
American
think-
person.
Yeah, I think Paulie's larger point, Paul, that you mentioned when we were setting up and stuff like that, was that about funding in Canada, funding and all type of stuff.
Mhm.
Was that
Should
something
we
you
put
wanted?
more funding? Should we put more funding in order to be the best?
But
Potentially.
okay, well, see,
Yeah.
I would have a whole slew of questions for
Questions,
that
yeah.
comment,
Yeah.
right? Because I mean, I don't know. I mean, do we do nation funded sports? Then Russia does nation
But
funded
you have to
sports.
look at
China does nation funded sports.
you have to look at the Olympics as well, especially the Winter Olympics, as we just saw.
Yeah.
Your hockey teams are made up mainly of NHL players.
Of
other than
NHL
some of the
players,
other
it's the truth.
countries that do have their countrymen playing because they
Mhm.
don't have an NHL
Team.
team or whatever, but they would still maybe have one or two NHL players on it.
Yeah.
And as much as I like what that does to the Olympics, it still bothers me somewhat because I always considered the Olympics to be an amateur competition.
I always thought
not
that.
not a professional competition. So when they bring the NHL into the Olympics, to me, it's like, so what about all these amateur hockey players out there
Yeah.
that are really good players that aren't playing now because they don't play on an
They don't
NHL
play.
team?
That's a
And I
really
think
good
that's
point,
good-
Bill.
I
That's a
think
really good
gonna
point.
change because now we have the Four Nations Cup, and I think I think eventually the Olympics that will change, and we will go back to legitimately 100% amateur sport, and I really hope we do as well.
Mhm.
So
No, that's a very good point, Bill. And I don't think, like in my mind, Olympics has always been. I'm okay. Of all the sports, that's all about the money. We just discussed that about Gretzky being sold, excuse me,
Mhm.
etc. Of all the sports, it's all about the money. I think Olympics should be above that, or whatever
Yeah,
word you want to use. Should be exempt from the money issue, and in that case, I think the athletes should be funded by the country.
Right.
Mhm.
And as long as but then I think there should also be fairness involved, right? Because if you have a very affluent country, perhaps they can fund their players in greater ways. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that could be
Should
possible.
there be some sort of guidelines where you can only fund that much or something? I don't know.
Correct me if I'm wrong, you guys. Cliffy, to your point, I was just thinking about this. In 2010, Vancouver, obviously Vancouver, the host city, Canada, the host country. Did we not win the most medals ever that in a winter? I seem to remember that
I don't remember, but
we won. Now, to that point, if we're hosting that year and we put a whole bunch of funding towards that because we want to we want to showcase our country and showcase our city, what happened the next 4 years when we didn't host it and we didn't win as many medals? And the 4 years after that, where did that money go? Is my question.
Just can you put up Laura's comment, the But Canada comment? That's an interesting comment there, Laura, and I think that's kind of what I was talking about a couple of seconds ago, because but Canada doesn't put as much money into the Olympics as much as the US does, right? But keep in mind, Canada is 41 million people and the US is 380 million people. So I would expect that their funding would be much greater to their athletes. So part of my point earlier was exactly that. There should be some sort of a guideline to say that just because the US has all the money in the world, they can't just throw it at their athletes. And just because Russia has all the money in the world or China has unlimited funds. So I'm with you, Laura. I don't think they put the same amount of money in. But my point would be, can we? I mean, how can we possibly compete with some of the bigger countries?
Yeah, because I think we finished 11th overall in the Olympic medals this year.
Yeah,
Canada did.
Canada.
U.S. was at the top, I think.
Were they
with the most medals?
I think Norway was. But
was it Norway?
Pretty close.
Yeah. So Norway and the U.S. were at the top, but
Canada.
But
Norway's not a big
11th.
country.
Norway's not a big country.
Norway's what, 31 million people?
They're rich as
Mm-hmm.
they're rich as hell.
That is true. Yeah.
So they can really support the athletes.
Well, they're rich. They're rich because they've been well managed.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I think it is that issue. I know James is highlighting a comment there.
Yeah.
Just it's officials 26,000 our average per individual for Canadian funding.
That's not a lot.
That's not very much.
26 G's.
You have to look at how much training they have to do,
that's
the
not
equipment that they have to have, etc. Right?
Yeah.
That's a drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
So Paralympic athletes will receive 200,000 in financial benefits per games, regardless of their performance.
That's U.S. Huh?
Is that American? Oh,
yeah, U.S. Olympic and Paralympic. Yeah. So Laura, to your point, right? Canada. Okay, it's one thing to say Canada doesn't. It's another thing, I guess, to say can Canada add more to the kitty? And could we ever compete with somebody like the States or China or North Korea or South Korea? I mean, can we compete with these folks? I don't know. Like in money, I mean, I don't mean in the sport. Obviously, we keep competing in the sport. I hope I don't confuse things. So in my mind, what Podlie mentioned, I didn't want to say the word cap. It seems to be a bad word, but I think there should be guidelines, right? If we have an international,
every country has to spend the same amount of money.
Yeah, if we have an international Olympic committee, then I think the International Olympic Committee could say, hey, listen, this is, per athlete of any sort, this is only you could spend. Or specifically, a downhill skier athlete can have this much and a diver could have this much or whatever, right? I think if we can have an international committee, I think we can have an international guideline.
Yeah. No, I think that would make a lot more sense because, like you said, we've got countries like the U.S. that are giving this huge amount of funding to their athletes. We can only give so much, and our Canadian athletes are out there fundraising and doing everything they can.
And wouldn't the competition just be that much more exciting?
That's what
knowing that we're on the same playing field, same level.
That's what I think.
I think it'd be fantastic.
I think so too.
But the other thing that bothers me about the Olympics, and this is summer and winter Olympics, are the judge sports. So those always bother me when there's judges.
What do you mean?
In that, like if you're a figure skater or whatever, a lot of times, sometimes it can be won based on what a judge feels your performance was like, not because you competed well or you jumped the best or you were the fastest. If two judges say, "Oh, well, I think that you missed that rotation by half an inch," and the
Whatever
other
happened.
judges say, "No, they didn't. They were great."
What's
But
the alternative though?
because those two judges now said, "Now you're out of the medals."
Now you're out of the medals.
whatever.
Sure, but what's
Yeah.
the
So,
alternative?
I don't.
We going to go to a computer
why-
system or
That's I
like
don't know. Like that's why I
algorithms?
always like team sports because it's determined,
sure?
by win or loss, right? There's
Sure.
nobody saying that. Well,
because
she missed her jump by
Yeah.
a quarter of an
Yeah.
inch.
And you're right. I think that's a great point because you have a skater who does that beautiful triple loop, blah 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 blah, and lands,
Yeah.
and just how the judge felt at the time.
Yeah. What if it's a judge that doesn't like that person for whatever reason? They're not going to come out and say it, but
Yeah.
they could
Or
easily.
didn't
say-
like the form, the way they
Yeah.
landed or something. Meanwhile,
And
they
the
did
judges-
it perfectly.
And the
Yeah.
judges themselves have been taught differently, and their upbringing and their expertise is very different. It's funny that you say that. It's very apt because I actually am right now part of a judging panel. I'm part of the Karaoke World Championships and judging panel. And so the next judge now, I don't know what he or she what their background is. I don't know if they've ever sang a song. I don't know if they do this, that, and the other thing. So 100%. But the point is that what's the alternative? Like,
Mhm.
are we going to go to an algorithm? Are we going to go to?
Like, how do you know
you
if
know,
a particular judge that's up there for whatever reason
we
doesn't
gonna
like
s-
that country?
Are we going to stick diodes
you
to
know?
every single
Yeah.
athlete to
How many judges on average would judge, like, let's say, a figure skating?
I don't know. From what we'd probably have to
Six?
to Google that, but I'm thinking it's 6 or 7 are on
Yep.
a pan. They all
Does that make
they
it
all
more,
have their flags, right, Cliff?
yeah?
you know?
Does that make it more fair then, Bill? Because you're having a
Mhm.
like you're scoring. So let's say the three of us on our panel, you might not like the person, or you might not like the
Mhm.
way they landed that particular thing,
Mhm. And you might have loved it.
and I might have loved it.
Mhm.
So if you got 6 or 7 people, do you think that would make it more fair? Judges evaluate grades of execution.
-5 to +5 for
Plus
technical
5
accuracy,
technical
speed,
flow,
and flow while
while
assessing
composition.
competitions, presentations, and skating skills.
Yeah, while assessing compositions, presentations, and
Yeah.
skating skills. Yeah, I find that very interesting, Bill. I think that's a really, really stellar point.
Yeah, because I would say, what if a judge's in a bad mood that
Bad
day
mood,
and
yeah.
happens to know
Yeah.
that, so and so is going to be skating in a bit, and I don't like them, and
Yeah.
as much as maybe Paul loves them or you love them, and I don't like them,
Yeah.
I'm going to say, well, maybe I don't like that judge,
And
so
what do
I'm
you
going
have
to
to
mark
do?
it down.
It's very subjective. You could
Yeah.
take just tiny,
It
tiny
is.
points
Exactly
off.
It
it,
is.
right,
You're just
right?
taking these little
Yeah.
points,
Tiny
which could be
points.
enough to knock that person out.
And
of the
there's no
medals.
way anybody could accuse you of being partisan.
No, because you're just saying, well, I'm a judge. I just judge it the way I saw it.
I
Yeah.
just say call it the ways I sees it, right?
Yeah,
And
but
blah blah blah.
inside
right?
that person's head, it could be got him because I didn't like that
Yeah.
person
Didn't
anyway.
like that
and
person.
I didn't want them to be in the
Yeah,
middle.
it's a great point. I don't know
Right.
what the answer is to Paulie's point. I don't know what the answer is. Maybe in future AI will
That could be. Maybe AI becomes the judge. Is it more accurate?
It-
Because
it would
you
be
could-
because
AI is
point-
not. There's no feeling there.
Yeah.
AI is not going to say, "Well, I hate this U.S. skater."
and then it's points of data, right? I mean,
Yeah.
really,
Yep.
you have a live modeling the data of how the athlete performs,
Yeah.
up against benchmark performances,
Yeah.
right? So technically, yeah, but
Yes, Deborah Hughesgard just joined us. She slept in.
Deb,
Yes,
yes.
we did the middle of the podcast, so you have missed it, Deb.
Hi,
Deb,
Deb. Nice to see you.
yes.
And like I say to everybody, so obviously I got to say it to everybody. It's about time you showed up.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it'd be the same with Summer Olympics. Diving, any of those judge sports, right?
Yeah.
Gymnastics, whatever the case might be. So
Yeah, and yeah, that's I don't know how that would be remedied, but I've often looked at that, eh? And I mean, then there's the Tanya Harding case. I mean, if you don't
Of
like it,
course.
you just take a tire around to her knees.
OMG. Oh my gosh.
yeah, it's a little scary. Hey, Deborah, do you judge pottery? When do you make it? Like, is there?
Do you judge pot, Deborah?
do you ju-
I mean, Terry,
Yeah.
pottery.
Well, she asked us on the last podcast how many plants you're allowed to have. Is that why you slept in, Deborah?
You're a little too relaxed.
Oh,
Very
boy.
relaxed while you're doing your pottery.
Deb, how many hobbies do you have? Deb? Jeez.
Yeah, I'd like to know that. Do you ever, like, when you're watching the wheel spin, Deborah, just get lost in the spinning of that wheel, go off into a different world and go, wow, this is cool.
That's why your pottery's so colorful, Deb.
That's right.
Yeah, for sure.
So just to circle back a couple of seconds as far as the funding goes, I really do think there should be some sort of a guideline and a cap, whatever the case may be. It could be individual
think that'd be a
sports,
really good
could be
idea.
individual people,
Mhm.
and I think, in my mind, I think that would bring out the best in the athletes, because now it's not the best funded, the best
Everybody
equipment,
has
the
the
best
same
this.
funding.
Everybody has the same funding. Now it becomes the skill of the
It's comp-
coaches,
yeah.
the skill of the coaches,
Skill of the
and
athlete.
and ultimately the skill and dedication of the
and
athlete.
the moxie of the athlete. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no,
one
I
of my
think-
favorite words,
I think that's
Podlie,
what
moxie.
Moxie.
they should do. Is just even it out across the board for
Across
every
the board.
country.
Yeah.
Then and like I said, on the judging side, unless they go to AI, which would definitely take out any emotional side of things. I'm not
Mhm.
sure how else you
How that
fixed
would- yeah.
fix any judged sports at this point.
Okay, I really, really like Laura's comment here.
Mhm.
Laura says, but she does wonder if by Americans putting more money into their athletes, if the athletes experience slightly more pressure for the performance.
Mhm.
Do you know, Laura, that is a really, really salient and significant point.
That could very well be.
And I think
I'll bet you it is.
I think that's a very, very good
Mhm.
point, and I probably would agree with these two what they just said. That I'm pretty much sure it will indeed.
Well, it's the old adage: put your money where your mouth is,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know.
So, a
So-
quick question that's somewhat on topic, but a little bit off topic. If you guys were to become an Olympic athlete, what sport would you do? Summer or winter? What sport would you want to be? What kind of an Olympic athlete would you want to be?
Beer pong.
Beer pong? Yes, they move
Beer
that into the
pong.
Olympics. That sounds like a
Naked
great idea.
twister. Naked twister.
Naked
yeah.
twister for
Beer
yeah,
pong.
of course, naked twister for Paul. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a really good question. I there are some sports that I love, which I'd never be able to play, obviously. I don't know. I mean, racket sports would be good.
You want to be in basketball in the Olympics?
Bill, the thing is, I was a really good
Midget basketball.
I was really good free
Yeah.
throw grind, man. I could, like, if you put me in the D, I tell you what, I could do those 3-point shots all day.
Yeah.
Not now, but back in the day.
Yeah.
I actually, yeah. But believe me, I would be very valuable back then.
Yeah.
To a basketball team,
Yeah.
because I could do them 3-point shots all day long.
Mhm.
Mm.
But no, not basketball. I don't know. I guess racket sports.
Mhm.
Obviously, your question is if you could, right?
Yeah, like
So,
if you wanted to be an Olympic athlete, whether it's winter or summer
Yeah.
Olympics, what sport would be the one you think you would want to be an athlete in?
I like track.
Pickleball.
Pickleball.
Track would be good. Squash and racquetball.
Yeah.
Would be good. I like those sports. I don't know. Yeah. What about you?
Well, we laugh about pickleball, but I wouldn't be surprised if it becomes an Olympic
I wouldn't be
sport
surprised at
in
all.
the Summer Olympics soon. There's
wouldn't
already
be
a professional racquetball league, pickleball league in the US.
Pickleball is
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
everywhere
It's
now,
coming.
you
It's
guys.
Yeah, there's professional leagues
Yeah.
that are popping up all over the place. For me, of course, as I kind of already said, it would have to be team sports. So I think if I
Hockey.
was be winter, it'd be hockey. But and then in summer, I'd probably play rugby
Rugby.
because they're again team sports. They're not judged. So
Don't judge. Yeah.
that would be kind of me. What about you, Paul?
I love speed. So skeleton, bobsled.
Yeah,
Skeleton's crazy, hey?
Scout's nuts.
Holy
Did
cow,
you see
that's
that one
crazy.
that one 4-man bobsled team that crashed this year?
Yeah.
Yep.
That was quite the crash.
Crazy.
that was
Yeah.
luge, something like that. I think it'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
I love speed, so it'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So very dangerous, my friends. Very,
Laura makes the comment
dangerous.
Lindsey Vaughn might have been a casualty for this mentality of feeling the pressure. Yeah, Lindsay came back after
Yeah.
she's had issues with broken bones and
Yeah.
knee surgeries, and she comes back this year and crashes in practice
Yeah.
and wrecks her knee, and then comes back
Hardcore.
and tries to ski again with the wrecked knee and made it even worse.
Made it worse. Yeah. And yeah, Laura, good point. Really good point. That could very well be the pressure that they're feeling, right?
So yeah, it's interesting. Maybe we should hold the Podlie podcast beer pong Olympics
Beer pong
with
Olympics.
pickleball.
With pickleball. The only problem with beer pong Olympics, I would lose. I mean, I'm a lightweight when it comes to booze. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't say no.
Wouldn't say no. Yeah, but again, are you going to throw the game a bit just because you want to drink?
yeah, I know. It's like, I'm thirsty, man.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't before
This-
you said anything.
This beer pong's making me thirsty.
That's it.
So we got about 6 minutes left, 5.5 minutes left
Yeah,
here, gentlemen.
And Deborah asked, when are they going to have the new category of indoor basket weaving? Underwater basket weaving. In the meantime, the luge is great. Love me the speed too, Paul. I am a speed demon original, and I tell you
Mhm.
what, that would be awesome. Luge would be awesome.
Underwater basket weaving would be tough. You'd have to hold your breath a long time.
Did you
And be
see
able to weave the
the
basket.
did you see the ski jump? I don't know what they're called, ski jump aerials or something like that. That
Oh,
stuff isn't
God.
that is.
If-
I would love
I
to be.
could do that.
I am scared to. That would scare the hell out of me. You
If
guys.
I could do
Yeah.
that,
I
I
love it.
give those guys and girls a lot of credit. I don't think I
Wow.
would be doing that.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I guess the comparison summer would be
So-
diving or what have you. I mean, that's just
Could-
amazing.
It could be. Here's the 2028 summer games. We'll have flag football and squash
Cool.
as optional sports, and baseball, softball, and cricket will be back since
Oh,
1900.
yeah, I
and
could play
lacrosse.
cricket.
That's cool.
Lacrosse will be there as the first time since 1908. Well,
Wow, that's cool.
Wow, very cool. Yeah,
Squash.
very cool.
have you played pickleball, by the way?
I've
I have not. but I'm
I've
just
played
curious.
for approximately 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I was in a school in the south side,
Okay.
and the principal there was setting up the net for playing. And I'm like, what's this? He says pickleball. And I said, oh, I've never played. And he goes, seriously? So he
Mhm.
brought 2 rackets out, and him and I volleyed back and
It's the
forth.
same rules as tennis, or same rule.
A little different
it's-
than tennis,
is
but
it?
similar.
Is
Yeah.
it?
Very similar.
it?
I like the fact because I tried playing tennis when I was a kid. Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Tennis
I
is
would
hard,
smack that
yeah.
ball. It would go to the neighbor's yard.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
really, I mean, it would go all the way to the States and then they'd trash talk me. It was ridiculous. But with pickleball, you have a shot at spinning that in right now. I'm sure tennis, if I'd have tried more, I would have got better, but as with everybody. But pickleball, I don't know. Like I really enjoyed that 10 minutes that I
I
played.
just, yeah, because it's a sport that just took off like
I know.
wildfire.
Yeah, like
Wildfire.
4 years,
Like,
5
there's
years.
courts
Everybody plays.
everywhere.
Like I know
And you
even
know-
out here, they've converted a lot of the tennis courts here in
I
Strathcona
was
County
just
Shore
going
Park
to
to
say
pickleball
that,
courts.
Bill.
Yeah.
They're actually taking
they
out
need them.
tennis and putting in pickleball. I was
there's
just going to say
There's
that.
a pickleball club out here
Yeah.
now. you
I
can
think we
join.
should play some this year.
Yeah, you should. Like I know out
Paulie,
here,
you into some pickleball?
Podlie pickleball.
Podlie pickleball. Yeah.
I like it. Let's
While
do
we're
it.
doing
The
the
peep-
podcast,
The PPB.
while
I am
we're doing
interested.
the
I'm always
podcast.
interested in stuff. I am interested. I'd love to learn. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like.
I
it
think we
looks
should.
interesting.
I think we should play some pickleball.
Well, I think one of the reasons it was designed as well the way it is, and we've only got a couple minutes left, was again for people that maybe don't have the mobility to
Mobility
be tennis
issues, yeah.
players, etc.
Right.
But pickleball is smaller court,
And if you have 2
smaller
players,
net,
if you're playing teams,
and you can play doubles,
right? If you're playing doubles, yeah.
doubles, and why not?
I
Right?
believe the ball doesn't come in as quickly as would
does not,
tennis or as would
seems to be,
racquetball or as would squash.
one of the
That's correct.
rules in pickleball as well is you can't smash it like you can a tennis
Okay.
ball, like
All
big
right.
overhead
All right.
smash.
Oh, you can't
and
do
all
overhead
that.
smashes.
Okay.
That is my understanding.
So is it
one of
just
the
like an
rules.
underhand?
Like,
Is
yeah,
it just
it's all underhand, and you have to
Okay.
volley back and forth. Like you want to spin it and make the shots, but you can't go down and drive it into somebody's face.
Sounds like a very underhanded.
so
sport
not
to
like
me.
badminton
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah, like you can maybe drop your racket and jump the net and fight the guy on the other side, make it full contact pickleball.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Very quick thank you to all of you that showed up. Sorry we're a little late, a little bit of technical issues. Thank you for showing up. We really appreciate you being here. I speak for the 3 of us when I tell you that we never take your time for granted, and we love having you here on Saturday mornings with us. If you like the podcast, please share it.
And make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you haven't, get your friends to subscribe or hit that notification bell. And that way you can tune in. And again, the episodes are on YouTube as well on our YouTube channel. So if you missed some of this, like Deborah, you can go back and watch the whole thing from the beginning, Deborah.
Okay.
There we go. All right, everybody. Well, have an awesome, awesome week. We'll be back with episode 207 next Saturday morning. Have a good week. It's going to be a warm week, everybody. So enjoy the warm weather.
And most importantly, stay happy.
See y'all.
Bye, friends.